What's up, guys? It's JBSK Productions coming back at you with stories from the Backwoods. I think this is 5. Am I right?
Yeah. Number 5.
Shows how much that we can count to. All right. Well, what y'all want to talk about today?
Well, I have to get a new tire.
Yeah.
Because mine decided to say, hey, I'm going to get a haul. And then now I'm on my spare tire, which my spare tire was kind of low. And I was like, oh, shit.
You had some air hanging out?
Yeah, we had to go get you last night.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just sitting there riding around, minding my own business. Next thing you know, I called them. I was like, hey, I need some help. They're like, why? I was like, because my tire's flat. And I got it off. I just couldn't get the light and put it back on by myself. So
this dude was like 30 miles that way.
Yeah, I was like 30 miles away.
He decided to go all the way down there.
30 miles away from the house. We packed 7 people inside a Toyota Corolla.
Yeah.
Sponsored by
Toyota
Corolla.
Not.
This is probably going to be sponsored by Prius. Stop it. We're just... Did you know that they actually made cop cars out of Priuses now?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And the funny thing is that they can actually keep up with a regular Prius, but a regular Prius is faster than the Prius cop car. Explain that to me.
That makes no sense.
No, that makes no sense at all. What I don't get is they make the cars this day and time with more horsepower, more torque, but they don't want us to go fast. Like, really, people?
Well, you know that's how they control... Well, Kenan, you know that's how they control, like, population, right? Say if, like, Louisiana got too many people in it, on Highway 165, they'll boost it from 65 to probably about 75. That way there'll be more crashes, more deaths.
Huh, that's nice.
That's actually do that.
In Germany, the Autobahn, you stay 100 miles per hour.
Yeah,
no
if you
matter
go
what.
under 100, you get stopped.
And they have no wrecks whatsoever. Here, you do 65, you're dead because apparently American people don't know how to freaking drive.
You'll be going
they're like, I turn left. Here, good luck, everybody else. And then freaking merge onto the left lane, and you hear.
What kind of accent was that?
I don't.
A little bit of both. A bit of American and Asian.
You see them videos of, I've looked up like just different videos on YouTube. It's like all these different countries, like they don't have any red lights. It's just they just go and they never crash. And they're like 2 inches from each other.
You're thinking of India, because India does that a lot. They have red lights. They just don't stop at them. They're just like, man, screw this. And fun fact, if they see a cow, they will not go around it or anything like that. They'll stop, wait till the cow moves. But if there's a dead body on the side of the road, they'll just run over it. And they're going to be like, and you'll say, why didn't you stop for the dead body, but you stopped for a cow? This is probably him right here. Okay.
That's because cows in India are sacred.
Yeah.
That's where the term "holy cow" comes from.
Holy shit.
You got the holy cow, and the cow consumes the holy grass, and then the holy grass makes the holy shit.
That would be hilarious. They just stop at the road, cow does shit in the road. They just stop, wait on it to move. Like, I'm telling you, it's not.
I'm not
it's not
worthy.
That's like, there's a bunch of vegans. Why do you eat meat? It's so bad for you. Cause bitch, it's protein, and cows eat it. So cows don't eat meat. They don't eat each other.
Cows are cannibals.
Yeah.
But cows eat grass. We eat cows, which have grass. So, poke the hole in your theory, bitch. Sit there. It's not good for you. I don't care if it's good for me.
You know, we're supposed to have a certain amount of fiber, and stuff like that.
But I still do it.
Like, when you eat meat, you eat a part of a cow, It's not grass, it's digested, but at the same time, you're still getting a little bit of fiber at the same time you're eating meat.
Yeah.
He said eat meat.
I honestly don't care if you eat meat, if you're a vegetarian. As long as you don't beat me over the head with your celery stick, I don't give a shit.
How do you like your salad? Well done? Or medium rare?
Well done and no lettuce.
How do you want your salad, Brian? Medium, don't want none. I'll stick to my steak that I bought.
Like that guy at Wendy's.
Yeah.
Super salad.
Yeah, he's like,
10-ounce steak.
You want to try something new? Get a salad, man. Shut up.
Shut up.
Eat a salad.
Come in there and what? Dude, the way that my Dr. Pepper bubbles look, it looks like a frowny face right there. See?
It kind of does. I know the camera can't see that, but that's pretty funny.
Yeah.
But anyway, what y'all got anything new to talk about this week? What'd you do?
I know,
All
I
you
almost
like
spilled-
to spilled his whole cup over.
I almost spilled my Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
Anyway.
I just saw a pink ghost walk around. Oh yeah, Zach Bagans. If you watch this, I want to be part of your Ghost Adventures crew.
Me too.
No, he doesn't. Shut up.
Yeah, I do.
I just want to be on it so that way they can tell me to do something, and then, cause like on Ghost Adventures they bleep everything out. If me and Keenan were on that show, that whole, you would turn it on and all you hear is beep. And they'd be like, "Damn, these people love the cuss." What? Whoa!
Brian, they would hire
No,
Brian as that guy
no.
in the background that would like.
Me and
he's
Brian
like,
be
"Isis
sitting there
banging
and
his
something
head."
would happen. All you see is let's just fall. He'll be fainted.
Oh.
Yeah, Brian's
It's like,
just back there
man,
in the back,
you
just
alright?
beating a wall. He's like, "What was that?"
No, me and Chloe have been really into watching those ghost shows lately. We've been watching one show called Paranormal Lockdown.
Yeah.
I forget like their last names, but the two people that go in, their names are Nick and Katrina.
Yeah, it's Nick Groff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that,
Nick
he
Groff
was on
he
Ghost
left
Adventures,
Ghost-
and he left there and made his own show.
He left Ghost Adventures.
He left the Gucci Adventures.
He left Ghost Adventures to do that because I believe that's his wife or something like that. Or
I
his
don't think
girlfriend.
so.
Or his girlfriend or
Chloe.
something like that.
Katrina's not Nick's wife, is it?
Is
Yeah,
it
that's
his girlfriend?
yeah, no.
No. He's got a wife and kid.
Yeah.
Her last name is Weedman.
Huh.
Nah.
Weedman.
Nice.
Ross is his last name.
Yeah.
I knew that.
And you
because got,
can tell you when you watch that show, they spend like wasn't it like they spend 3 days in there.
Hell no. I wouldn't spend 3 days. I'm better off at
They go to a location.
Maybe 2 hours.
maybe.
They go to a location and they spend 3 days in that place. They'll sleep there, they eat there, they shower there, everything. They live there for 3 days.
Psych.
And you'll see them. They'll like pull out this big ass high tech equipment and just lay it down on a table. And it's funny because you know that Nick was in a show before that.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because you know he's buying all this shit because he got rich from the other show.
Oh yeah.
Even at the if you watch the credits on Paranormal Lockdown, at the end it says Nick Groff Entertainment is the producer.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Yeah, I
you
like
know
that,
you know that he just sees like, oh, this is a new ghost box. He drops $1,000 on that. damn
Yeah.
thing.
I like that that camera that you like go down the hallway and it has the grid all the way down the hallway.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And it like senses any sort of motion.
On
I
Ghost
like that.
Adventures, they have a thing to where it's like it uses an Xbox Kinect camera.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
you
it
know
has
how-
the little green dots that
Yeah.
picks up motion.
Yeah, and so whenever they use that, you know, this is a tiny freaking ghost apparently because dude, he's on your shoulder. It's like, hello, laddie.
I think that's your phone, Kenneth.
Sorry, guys. I will be right back.
That might be Jennifer calling,
Booty calls.
I told you to put the damn thing on silent.
Booty calls.
but I don't think. But like my thing, I don't think that I would ever do a demonic house. If they said, "Hey, we're going to this demonic house. These
Psych,
people are
psych,
possessed.
psych.
Well, see, the thing is,
You
though,
want to kiss my ass?"
the thing is, though, is they don't know it's demonic until they get there.
Well, I don't know that on
Some
Ghost
people tell them, they
Adventures-
say that I've been possessed. Like, okay, like how possessed were you? Like, were you like stabbing cats with a camera kind of possessed, or just like
See,
walking around stealing food kind of possessed? Because I've been there.
on Ghost Adventures, like before they get there,
They do
it's
the
like a
interview.
whole story about how a doctor murdered all these patients or something like that happened. Like, I'm just sitting here like,
There was
you
one.
are stupid. You're
There
dumb.
was one episode where they were in a hotel, and it was a two-parter. They stayed the night at the hotel. I believe the room that, because Nick was with them at this one on this point in time. I want to say it was Nick that was staying in the room where the lady actually she got her head completely cut off and everything, and they left her body in the closet. Well, Nick said he opened the closet and he felt this cold chill. And before they did the
I'm back,
lockdown,
guys.
before they did the lockdown, they put a picture of a woman with her head cut off because they had the actual picture. I was like,
Wait, what?
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 On Ghost Adventures with the lady getting her head cut off and thrown in the closet in a hotel. It was a 2-parter. They stayed the night in it.
See, I don't know about
I think so, yeah.
I don't know about that one, but the show Paranormal Lockdown with Nick and Katrina, they went to a house in New Orleans, like a couple streets over from.
I bet
Bourbon
she
Street.
got a lot of hate. What's your name, Katrina? Bitch, get out.
I know, right?
Get out of here.
But
You're not welcome.
they went to a house in New Orleans, and apparently in like 2006, this dude took his girlfriend and like strangled his girlfriend to death, and then in the bathtub in the apartment they lived in, he like cut her up and like cut her head off and like put it in the oven.
Ugh.
That's nice.
Dude,
They
you
went-
have to be completely psycho to do that. Like, that's
Yeah.
just
And then
ridiculous.
what I thought was stupid, and Chloe thought it was too. They had went there on the 10-year anniversary. They went there in 2016. It happened in 2006. They go in there and they're looking at pictures before they get there, and they say like, "Here's the stove that her head was in." They get there and the stove is still there. It's still the same damn stove. I'm just like, why would you keep the stove? Get a new fucking stove. Oh, yeah, go ahead and give me that.
You got caught up in the moment, man.
But seriously though,
Wait, is somebody still? There people still living there?
no, it had burned down a few years before that, I think.
Wait, well, so the stove is still there,
Stove's still there.
dude. That goes to tell you something.
Like,
That
it
house-
didn't burn all the way down. It was like a contained fire that kind of
Yeah.
like messed the roof up.
Kind of
You
like
just
my,
it's
kind of
out.
like my house fire that I had.
Yeah.
Wait, did I even talk
Hey.
about the house fire that on the podcast? Was it the first podcast or the second podcast?
The house fire you started?
With the
Yeah, that was like
the first
that
and
second
was like
one,
the
yeah.
first podcast,
This is why we don't let Brian cook for us.
I don't know. This is why they don't let me cook fries.
I don't want you to cook it all. Me and Kenan do most of the cooking, okay?
No. Wait till you try mine and Keenan's chicken strips. Me and him make
Scripts.
Yes,
Scripts.
shut up. I say scripts. If y'all got a
Forgot
problem
about
with it,
his scripts.
I don't care if
We
anybody got a
mentioned that
problem
one
with it.
time already. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and tell your story about the French fries.
Well,
Did we tell the story last time?
I don't think we did.
We haven't. don't
I
think
mean,
so.
we mentioned about the house fire, but I didn't get a chance to tell it.
Yeah,
but-
go ahead.
Oh yeah, and I got a haircut by the way too. But basically, we
Squirrel.
just got back home from camping and everything. I went home. It was about noonish, and I went inside, started making some French fries, and we had a stove that just had a glowing red top. So
Electric stove.
yeah,
Close the door.
and so whenever I thought I turned it off, I didn't. I just, because normally if you leave something on there, it'll unglow, but it'll keep the heat. Well, I saw that was off, so I was like, okay, yeah, I turned it off. My dad was like, hey, you want to go fishing? I was like, yeah, let's go fishing. So we're out there fishing. I catch like 2 bass and like 13 brim in the back pond that we had. Just sitting there, fire. I was like, man, I'm on fire. Just sitting there like that. Pun intended, yes. Get to the house, open the door, and it just smoked everywhere. And I
Burn,
was like,
baby, burn.
And then
oh
who is
shit.
it went and like opened all the windows?
Oh, that was my freaking uncle. He was like, we gotta open the windows to get the fire going.
Y'all
No,
had it-
bitch.
yeah.
That starts the fire back up.
Whenever it happened, you said that they had just about got it smothered, and your uncle came over there and said, you gotta open the door, and he opened the door, and the fire went.
No, it was almost smothered itself, but he was like, we gotta open the windows. I was like, no.
This is
And
the
then-
same time
no.
that you threw water on it.
No, we didn't. We never threw anything on it.
Yeah, on the grease fire, you don't put water.
Yeah,
on it.
when was it that you threw water on a grease fire?
I
When was
didn't.
it? I thought you did that one time.
No.
Travis almost did that yesterday.
Yeah.
Did he really?
Yeah, we went to go cook, and we went to go brown some meat down, and we put a little bit of Crisco in the pot while the meat was defrosted.
Excuse me.
And he put it on high, and like I didn't know he put it on high. I thought he just turned it on, just on like medium or low or something. But no, it was on high, so that shit was hot.
That grease got hot, and he went to go throwing water on it.
Like he put some like just a little bit. He just put his fingers in the water, kind of like that, and he did like that. And I said, "You were stupid." I'm like, "No, stop. We're done."
For a grease fire, you get either.
You can use like
You put a rag
sugar,
over it or
rag. You can use anything like
I don't know
that.
if you get a
Anything
rag,
to
that rag
smother
will
it
catch
out.
on fire.
Just don't put water on it. it. It'll spread it.
Yeah.
You could just take some flour and just put some flour on top of it. It'll
BP oil spill. Boom.
If you want to do a, if you ever want to know why you shouldn't put water on a grease fire, here's a little experiment for you to do at your house.
Don't do this at your house.
Well, no, it's not. We're not gonna set it on fire or anything. This is 100% safe. Just take a clear jar, put a little bit of water in it, and then put a little bit of grease on top. And you'll notice that the grease and the water don't mix. The grease will sit on the top. So if you throw water into a grease fire, the grease is going to go everywhere. That's why the flames spread.
Exactly.
Just like gasoline.
Oh, yeah.
Gasoline and water don't mix either.
Cocaine.
And if you put water in, if you put water in your gas tank, yeah, your vehicle gonna and then die. You're gonna have to go get a new vehicle, or you're gonna have to take that
vehicle. You put some sugar in the gas tank.
Potato in the tailpipe. You gotta go up. You gotta lift the hood. You gotta break the spark plugs off into the block, and you gotta put a potato in the tailpipe.
Somebody was like, "Oh, we'll put a potato in your tailpipe." I said, "My 12
pipe.
My tailpipe's square." I said, "Good luck."
That's when they go.
You're gonna have to carve that bitch.
They sit there. They go square. Put it in there. You son of a bitch. They actually did it. You're welcome, Keenan. You son of a bitch, that was you. No, I
My
just
car's
said
quiet today. I wonder why.
No,
oh, look, French fries.
You remember when your transmission blew out in your Elko? That was funny
How
as
can
shit.
you forget?
His transmission blew out. We were like, what, 20 miles from the house?
Not even that far. It was right down the road.
It was right down the road. His transmission blew out on us. We were doing like 10 miles an hour with the RPMs on 7,000 going, wow! And the car was going. It was just inching along.
Because I had my speedometer. I was watching it on my phone. I was watching it. And it would get up to about 2.5, 5 miles an hour at the most.
Oh, I
And it
forgot.
would act like it was going to shift. And then I went off of it. And it was like, boom. And I get back on it, and it was just still right there. And I was like, well, that. But I put it in reverse, and burned the tires off of it in reverse. That's what my dad did the next day.
Yeah.
When I was coming up the hill, and the car just stopped. And I was like, what? And the car wasn't going nowhere. I just stopped. I put it in neutral, held my foot on the brake. And Mom and Daddy got behind me in their truck, pushed me up the hill, pushed me in the driveway. The next day, me and my dad went out there. Cranked it up. He pulled it down the drive. Wasn't doing nothing. He put it in reverse. He spun tires and everything. He said, "You got reverse." I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Why didn't you put it in reverse to back all the way home?" I said, "Cause that's too hard with a 16-foot P road in the back."
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I remember you had to use your phone as like a speedometer because none of your gauges worked.
He
at
still
all.
has to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the only one that worked was my gas needle, and it started
worked.
messing up. So
It
I put the new one in it.
It barely
and then
worked.
now that one messes up. Because me and him ran the gas, and it said half a tank.
Yeah. I
Bullshit.
said, Kenny, are you sure you got enough gas? Yeah. What does it say? Half a tank. Oh yeah, we good. We get right there.
I'm about to turn on Turkey Creek.
And
it goes.
He said, it said, whoa, whoa, whoa. He said, gas it. I said, dude, Keenan, my foot's all
He
over
went,
the floor.
bop, bop, bop. He's like, I was like, put it in neutral. Crank it up again. And we were going. I said, you don't even have to put it in neutral. Just crank it up. Because I don't have a neutral safety.
No, he's going to tell me to turn when there's a freaking 18-wheeler coming. I said, Keenan, I can't make it. Yes, you can. The freaking gas isn't working. You can make it.
And he's like,
and he's like,
like the 18-wheeler passes, and the car's
I
dead.
finally got it to crank up, and he said, stop it. I went, whoa!
And it died. And I was like, get out, start pushing. And we're in the middle of the highway.
Dude, I got out and I fell. I freaking fell out on my face, and the dude's just sitting there looking at me.
He looks at me, he says, y'all need some help? I said, yeah.
No, Keenan with a straight face, he said, yeah. And I'm over there just like,
I'm trying to push it up the hill. He finally got back there, and then Brian just stands up, and the dude's just pushing it by himself. Brian's like, okay.
Shit, I was already tired. I mean, I was sitting there stomping. My heart was beating. I was scared. I was like, I don't know what to do. Kid, I'm never driving your car again. Your car's a piece of shit. You told me it was half a tank and it was on E.
And then we got my brother was pulling me home, and I had another guy that I was sitting in the car with him, and me and him were going along. He said, dude, we don't have any brakes. Yeah, we do. He hit the brake pedal to the floor, and it was still rolling. And I was like, oh shit.
That's why. And he said, Keith, he looked at me. He's like, you want to do it or you want him to do it?
And you can't use your e-brake.
No, you can't push the e-brake now.
The Hulk couldn't use your e-brake.
Yeah,
that bitch is like
you'll rip
cemented
the
into
steering wheel off
place.
the dash before you press it down.
Speaking of the steering wheel, I remember when your power steering went out.
Oh my god.
It felt like
I was
driving,
going,
It felt like driving a damn tank. I'm a little bit bigger than you, and I was putting my entire body weight into turning that wheel, and it would not turn.
That's like Zach's truck.
and then Seth was like, dude, I can't turn your truck. Or my car, what do you want to call it? I said,
It's
watch.
both.
I said, watch. I got in it. I said, watch. I put it in reverse. We were backing out. I put it in reverse. I went, quick drive.
Whenever he would gas it like that, it would pick the front end up just enough for him to move the wheels while it wasn't on the ground.
I can tell you, I love going to Ellick in it. Sitting in a red light, I'd have enough room. I'd stop enough room between the car in front of me, and the car beside me, I'd just go, it just bumped up there. And I couldn't go to Ellick without somebody racing me. Like, it was unreal.
Yeah.
The only time.
Yeah, you
That-
could. Just don't race. That's how
Yeah,
you
that's
solve
a
it.
If somebody comes up beside me revving their vehicle up, I have to race them.
No, you just rev yours up and then they just go on and get it.
No,
done.
And
the only
it takes two people, one in both lanes, to race. You don't have to race.
When
Do
they
you
take
want to
off
get-
and they leave me, they're like, oh, I won. I can't let them have that.
No. Well, it depends on the car too, or the truck, because you go like, oh, that car ain't gonna beat me. And
It's
you
a
take
race.
off.
It's a race. If they leave you, they're not gonna stop to rub your nose in the dirt.
Yeah.
They're gonna keep going because
But
they're glad they
it
won.
gives them the idea, my car is the baddest.
Yeah.
So I
but
want them to know that
Alright.
they need to do some more work to that son of a bitch before they can beat somebody.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Okay. You said the same thing about that Charger though.
That's when I had the 305 in it.
Do you think that you could beat them now with the motor that you got now?
It'd be a close race.
I don't think it would.
I think it'd be a close race.
Ah.
It's because it wasn't a Hellcat. It was just a straight Charger.
It doesn't have to be a Hellcat.
Say, I want a Hellcat.
I wanted
Chloe came up to me the other day and said, you know, I know the Toyota Corolla she has right now, which is the car that we packed into last night, it's just leased right now. I think she has only like a year left on it. She said, you think I should go ahead and just get a mom car? I was just like, Chloe, you're already driving a mom car.
Yeah.
But she
Get a
said,
sports car.
A
She
minivan.
said, I'm either going to stick and get like the newer Toyota Corolla at the time, or I'm going to get like a Challenger. And I was just like, if you get a Challenger, we are paying the money to put a Hellcat in that son bitch. I said, and you ain't going to drive it. That's going to be my car. You can take the truck.
Talking about cars, I was looking it up the other day, and the brand new 2018 Corvettes, some bitches can get up to 210 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Son.
They are fast.
No,
That's
we
airplane
got
mode, dude.
we got
That's
a
airplane.
new car called
That's
the
fast.
Kia Stinger, and that car is bad ass.
What's it got under the hood?
Oh, I can't remember. All I know
No.
it'll hit
Well,
hit
if you
60
don't give
in
us-
4.2 seconds.
I don't give a shit about that. If you don't
No, I
give us
know.
like the specs of what's in the car, then we can't tell you whether it's good or not.
I
I
know
know
it's-
in
I
my
know
car,
it's
I can
got
go 0
a,
to 60 in
it's
like
a-
5 seconds with it.
It's a
just had
4.5
a force
liter or some shit like that.
Brett, I
And
know
it's
there's
got a turbo
a
in it. I think it's a big block. I know that. I just don't know what type.
my uncle. He has a 3/4 ton Ford F-250. It has the 6.2 gas burner in it.
Yeah.
And for that size of truck, it gets to 91 miles an hour in 23 seconds.
Yeah.
For that size of a truck, that's not bad.
No.
Oh yeah, no, that's not bad at all.
And with the traction control off, it doesn't really spin. It grips.
I want to do like your dad did. I want to go and get me an older model Chevrolet. I want to get a square body. I love square bodies with step sides. I want to get a square
want a
body
step
step
side?
side. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I want it step side.
Like that. You remember the 86 we used to have?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one in the step side.
Mm-hmm.
They look good.
Oh, they do.
I like the fleet sides myself, but a step side, I wouldn't mind one.
I know. I just love the style of step side just because it adds like more character to the body of the truck.
Yeah.
But I want to go get me a square body, single cab, step body Chevrolet. I don't
Well,
really.
they didn't make double cabs unless they were 3/4 tons. Just saying. I'm sorry.
I said single cab.
I know. They didn't make the 4 doors or extended cabs back then unless they were 3/4 tons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I don't care what year
I'm
model
just
it is.
messing with you.
It
Are
could
you
be
though?
it could be 90s, it could be 80s. It could be 70s. I don't care what year model it is as long as it's like in good shape.
If
Unlike
you
your
wanna-
car,
if-
because your car does like a C.
Hey, it's a G body. Okay. It's all one thing. All right. If you want to get if somebody hits me on the bed of my car, I have to buy that whole piece and weld it back together. Okay.
Every El Camino you see, like if you watch the show Street Outlaws, the kamikaze car, you could watch that thing because every El Camino does this. Whenever it takes off and it launches, and it like sits up like that, you can see the whole car kind of twist like that.
Yeah, that's why the Fox Body Mustangs and stuff like that, they're all G body cars because they're all one piece. You know how the top of my car comes down to the bed and it's all one piece.
Yeah, what you got, a 72?
79.
Yeah, 79.
But they're all one piece, and that's what they call a G body, and it hooks so well in drag racing. That's why they use them.
Mm-hmm.
Fox Body Mustangs are the most popular people use for drag racing.
Yeah.
People use El Caminos. I have to think of some more G body cars that they use, but that's what they use because it hooks so well.
Yeah. And back to what I was talking about, I want to do like your dad. I want to get like single cab, step side. I don't care what year model it is. I just want one square body.
Mm-hmm.
I want to do like your dad because your dad's taking that 454 out of that camper y'all got. They bought a camper, and Kennan's mom wanted to fix it up, and she just eventually gave up on it, I guess. And she just said that Mr. Keno could have the motor in it. Mr. Keno's currently taking it out, and he's gonna drop it. What year model is your dad's truck?
72.
72. Yeah, it's a 72 Chevrolet. He's gonna drop it in there, and I can't wait to hear how that thing sounds.
That was
See how it runs.
his. Ever since he got that truck, he's always wanted a big block to put in it, and he's finally got his dream motor to put in it. Finally, he's always wanted a big block to set down in it. He finally got one.
You know, I never did ask y'all, how is the rat rod set up? Because I know y'all got a rat rod too.
What do you mean set up?
Like, what's the motor in it? What's the body?
350 big block.
I love you trying. Try, but I love to try. It's a 454 big block. It's got a
Off by that much, Brad.
I have to ask my dad. I don't think they made a 350 big block. That's all small blocks.
Wait,
Yeah.
yours is a 350 big block or small block, isn't it?
For 350 small block.
Oh, I
Yeah.
was thinking of yours then.
He just has like a straight GM 350 crate motor.
Yeah,
It came out of one of my dad's old mud trucks.
Oh, okay.
but
Yeah, stupid.
hey, it happens.
Hey, you're not used to GM. You're used to Kia. It's okay.
Actually, I'm used to Toyota.
But he's got a 1931 sedan. The frame is a 31 frame. We just boxed it in and stiffened it up. And it's got a 31 front end on it. I think a 31 front end. But old school front end is called a suicide front end because instead of the bar that turns the wheels being in the back, it's in the front. So
Yeah, I remember y'all
basically,
talking
they
about
call it a suicide front end Because if it does come apart, the whole front of the car is just hitting the ground.
Yeah.
That's why they call it a suicide front end.
They're suicidal for doing that.
I think he has
It looks cool, though.
69.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it looks cool, but
That thing,
sometimes cool isn't how to go.
that rat rod is badass. And I know, and it's funny because I know your dad likes to keep the white walls on the back. Because I know he's got like the smaller ones in the front, and he's got like some big ass white wall tires in the back of it. And it's funny because I'll be sitting there when your dad pulls out of the shop with it. I'm looking at him and I'm doing like this, telling him to do a burnout. He looks at me and goes, "Because them white walls are expensive."
Yeah. But I think he's got a 69 rear end underneath it. The whole car is Chevrolet. Everything on it is Chevrolet.
Except for the brake lights and tail lights.
Except for the tail lights.
Yeah.
They're off of a Ford, but they look cool.
Oh,
so
yeah,
we put
they
them
do.
on there.
They do.
And they fit the curvature of the car.
For the headlights, I think at one point y'all said y'all used like metal bowls from like the dollar store.
We were, and then he found some online and he ordered them.
I was about to say, because I remember y'all told me that one day before y'all got it running, like, it was just some metal bowls on the front for the headlights. I
Yeah,
thought
like
that was
Dennis
funny
talking,
as shit.
it's like he's in an interview, he's like, well, we were, but, you know,
we didn't, but we did this instead.
Yeah.
And then we decided on this, and we did this with that.
But the side mirrors, he made them on his own.
Yeah, them things
They,
look cool.
they
it
look
looks
like a
like
hand holding them.
They do.
Like,
It looks like
it's
it
like
looks
the
like
mirror,
skeleton.
and then it's like a hand holding them
Yeah.
out of bolts that he heated up and he bent them to make them look like fingers.
Yeah,
Like them are actually really awesome looking.
they are. I
Them are cool.
like that. I like that.
But the cup holder in the middle, he made them out of pistons. He hollowed the top of them out. You can set your drink down in them.
I like the shifter he put in it.
Yeah,
That
He ordered that from I think Speedway Motors.
Yeah.
He ordered that. Had a bunch of the parts he ordered from Speedway.
My dad thought the shifter was hilarious. He saw Mr. Keno going down the road one day, and Dad
You
said,
see
"I
the
didn't."
shifter just.
My dad looked at me and he said, "I did not realize that shifter sat up that high." Because Mr.
gotta
Keno be
reach
driving,
like
the
this.
shifter's right here.
Yeah.
That shifter's long as shit.
He's like, hang on, let me put it in reverse.
And it's constantly just wiggling like that. So I can
Like,
only imagine.
Me and my dad have been driving. We were driving down the road and we hit a bump and the shifter bumped itself into neutral.
Yeah. Like, I can only imagine. That thing, I've watched it. Y'all will be running. It'll be sitting still. And
Yeah.
just like the torque from the motor is making the shifter do that. And I'm just like, how do you drive like that? Like, you don't even have to touch it and that thing is shifting gears on you.
I still remember the time.
I mean,
that
it looks
Keenan-
cool, but it just seems impractical.
Like me and him, we were sitting there and my dad pulled it out the shop and everything. Well, he told me he was bush hogging. He said, "You can pull my car back in the shop for me." Me and him walked out there, we got in it, and Brian looked at me. Excuse me, he said, "I can see you driving this." I said, "I'm the only one that can fit in it besides my dad."
No, I remember you were so happy because what grade was it that your dad said you could drive the truck to school if you like passed the grade?
That was for homecoming. Or for graduation, I think.
Was there graduation?
I think so.
Whenever
Yeah, you
could
like
drive
made a
it.
bet with your dad saying like as long
If I kept a 3.08 grade average, that I was gonna be able to drive the truck.
yeah, and I remember I was sitting in like the auto tech shop for school, and you like pulled up, and I heard it coming down the road. You pulled in, you got out of the truck, you were like dancing. I saw
Because
you.
I had to park it back there. I had to park it back there because because I didn't want to park it over there where everybody else parked. Because my dad was like, "I don't want somebody hitting my truck with a door." It's like,
Yeah.
I'll park it by the shop. So I told Mr. Descat that day, I said, "Hey," I told him the day before, I said, "Hey."
Well, that was Mr. Ballio was still there. at
Oh, he
that point.
was?
Yeah. Mr.
Oh, yeah, he was. Because I told him, I said, "Hey."
Because that was when I was taking shop.
Yeah. Because I told him, I said, "Hey, I'm driving my dad's truck tomorrow. Leave the back gate open. I'm going to pull it back here because I want to keep it back here. I don't want to park it where everybody else." But when I remember leaving that day, everybody was like still outside, and I walked to the truck and I just cranked it up. You could see it through the doors of the shop. Everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" Because I parked it on not on the back. I parked it on the front, so everybody
Where
could
Mr.
see.
Ballio parked?
Because I pulled around front and I backed it in. like
Yeah.
that, and everybody was all standing there, and I just got out. Everybody else, everybody was
You
like,
didn't just get out. You got out and was like dancing. You were like,
I was like,
you were-
yeah.
you were so happy. I've never seen you skip. You were skipping that day. You were just
like everybody was standing outside. All you hear is this truck getting pulled in. So you're like, everybody's looking like, who is that? And you just see me pull in, just back up. You just see me just get out, roll the windows up and everything, just get out, close the door, and it's like, what's up, y'all?
No, whenever I was working at Marco over the summer, every now and then, when your dad was working days, I'd see him pull in with the rat rod, and I'd just look at him. I'd be still sitting in my truck, because I'd get to work like 30 minutes early and sit in my truck until I needed to clock in.
Mm.
You know, I'd just be sitting there playing on my phone, and I'd hear, whoa, 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 whoa. I'd look up, and the rat rod would be coming down the road, and I'd just be like, okay.
But, hey, and we have to buy, I've been thinking about it. We're thinking about getting him a rev box. He wants one bad for that car so he doesn't overrev the motor.
Yeah.
But when he gets him a rev box, that's when we go to like Swamp Stomp and stuff like that, different car shows and stuff. He'll be able to get out there and do the drag racing and do the donuts and stuff.
Yeah.
And won't have to worry about over-revving his motor. Because we got out here in the field and sowing. You want to talk about cut a donut? With them little skinny tires, I mean, it's just like, whoa, whoa. And then like when he going in a straight line like drag racing, I'm telling you, if he wanted to make rows for like planting stuff, like he could just sit there and just stomp the car. He can make a row, and then like move over a little bit and make another row. Like they dig like that far, that deep into the ground, because they're so skinny.
Yeah.
But that car, son, it's just, I love it.
Now, how badass is that Bel Air that my granddad has?
Some of it's just blood.
He took it out, but at the time, whenever you rode in it,
It was all aluminum, 454 big block. He had another one set out there. He showed us whenever he was.
I forget what year model, but it was a Ford Galaxy.
Yeah, he showed us that one. It was all original.
All original.
It
was mint green with a white top. It was beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
That thing would run like a champ.
his grandpa's.
He
Bel Air.
got rid of the Galaxy. You know that?
He did. He got into the Bel Air, didn't he?
Yeah, he got into the Bel
Yeah.
Air. He had a 57 Bel Air, which is the one you rode in. It was the candy blue with the 454 big block.
All white interior, beautiful.
Is
And
beautiful.
Seth looked at me. He said, "This is bullshit." He's like, he don't even know you. He said, "You get to ride in the front seat."
Yeah, my granddad has had this car pretty much my entire life. Like, he got this car whenever I was like 7. I've only got to ride in that thing like 3 times. And the one time that you rode in it, you rode in the front seat. I was in the back. And I'm just like, this is some bullshit.
And we pulled out. We were pulling out the car show. We pulled out, son. He just, whoa, and he just slid. And I was like, damn. He said, "What you think about that?" I said, "Look, do it again. Do it again, boss."
He got rid of the Galaxy that he had.
And didn't he get another Bel Air though,
Yeah.
identical to it, or
He sold the Galaxy that he had, and with the money he got from the Galaxy, he bought the Bel Air that he originally wanted. The Bel Air he has is a candy blue 57 Bel Air.
4-door?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Maybe not.
What's the one he originally wanted?
The one that he originally wanted, I think, is a 56. Cause that
4-door or 2-door?
2.
Yeah, 2 doors are hard to come by
Yeah.
this day and time.
Yeah,
But they look.
He found one.
what's
He
it?
found one in good shape, and he did get the 57 because my grandma really wanted one. But the car that he's always wanted was the 56 or the 55. I can't really remember.
Yeah.
But it was before they had like the big ass tail fins
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
It's either 55 or 56. But that was his first car. That was what he had for his first car.
Dang.
That's what he brought my grandma to their first date in, and that's what he has always wanted. And he finally got what he wanted.
That's
It's like that mint green, maybe kind of bluish, a little more bluish. But it's that over the top, and then it's kind of like a darker blue on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
And
what cars was his? Did he ever tell you what car his first car was? That he when
I don't know about that much, but I do know that the Bel Air the new Bel Air that he has, it's original.
Oh, okay.
I think it's completely original, or at least the colors are.
Yeah.
Stock colors.
I know some of the people we're in the car club with and stuff like that. It's KCR Car Club, just to let y'all know. But one of my dad's friends is in there. He has a tow truck. It's basically a rat rod tow truck.
I think I've seen it.
He has
is his name Noonie? Or something like that?
I think it's Noonie.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's him or whatever.
Is it Miss Zena's husband?
I don't think it's him. It's another guy that's in there. But he has it's like a tow truck, but he has a marine big block. It's a newer style big block.
Yeah.
But it's all computerized and everything. He was going to a car show, and this new Camaro, come up beside him, Z28, everything. You know, they have the big blocks in them too. Well, I think they have the big blocks in them. Well, they were going down the interstate. He said when at about 125 miles an hour, he said he started pulling that off on that Camaro. His Camaro couldn't catch up with him. But it's my rat rod that I want to build. I love the older style like my dad has with the older style front end with the suicide front end and all that. I like all that, but at the same time, my rat rod that I want the newer style 8-plate front end.
Yeah.
That if I want to hit a curve doing 85, I don't have to worry about doing it. You know, just like I don't plan on doing that, but you know.
No.
I don't know anybody who would want to hit a curve doing 85 or anything like that.
I mean, I'm just saying. It's a. But
how did he die?
8-plate
Well,
front
he's a
end like
retard,
that.
That's why.
It's better handling and stuff like that. It's a newer style.
No, I remember I was talking with you the other day, and y'all all know that Kenan has some problems with his eyes. He's not blind, but he's like borderline legally blind, right?
I am legally blind. There ain't no borderline nothing to it.
Anyway, Kenan's had eye problems all his life, and I was talking to him the other day. I said, you realize that we could probably get you put on any show that we wanted to put you on, right? He looked at me and he said, yeah. I looked at him and I said, how about if I put you on like a show like Home Improvement and they got you a new house, because I know you're living in this little trailer house. And he said, no.
Overhauling.
He said, he said, no. I looked at him, what? Put me on overhauling. Like, Kenan, you can't see to drive. I don't give a shit. Put me on a show like overhauling. I want my car. I want them to take my Elko, fully restore the body, put an LS Corvette motor in it, and I want bucket seats, damn it.
I told my dad, I asked my dad, I said, alright. I said, what if we did do something? I said, my car did get put on overhauling. I said, by the time my car got done, I said, will we have a new shop built? He said, yeah. He said, your car would have its own little shop. He said, built off of the shop we already have. He said, it would be it. He said, it would be air conditioning. He said, it would be moisture thing in it. I can't remember.
Yeah, word for word.
I can't remember the name of it now.
Word for word, I asked you, you wouldn't rather have a new house? You said literally word for word, that I will live in my car.
Yeah.
I will put my car in a trailer and live in my car.
But I asked my dad, I said, what about it? I said, if my car did get put on overhaul or something, I said, would we have a new shop? He said, yeah. He said, your car would stay in a brand new section of the shop by itself. He said, and it would stay there. And I told him, I said, it would not get drove. I said, if it's going to rain, I said, we're not driving it. I said, it's going to, we're going to have an enclosed trailer to put it in. I said, because it has chip boost on it, it's not going in the rain. I said, I'm sorry. We're going to be at a car show, I'm cranking it up, and I'm bringing it back to the trailer when it starts raining.
Alright, y'all keep talking. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Alright. But, you know, what motor does your car have in it? Little V6?
It's just a 4-cylinder.
Oh, 4-cylinder?
Mm-hmm.
4-banger.
That
That's
ain't
what mine
nothing
is.
in it.
It got
Get it
hot in
changed
this
out.
room.
My Jeep had a straight 6 in it.
It was full of drive. I wish you still had that little thing.
I love that Jeep.
Whatever happened to your speakers?
Huh?
What happened to your speakers?
My dad has them. I was actually gonna go put them in today, but he was busy today, and I have to get a speaker. I have to get a power wire to connect my battery. So we go do that sometime this week, and I'm gonna put my speakers back in my car.
Shit, that little
Hey,
car
you.
What was that? That was John. I think one of the speakers blew.
You
No,
know,
that
if,
was
you wanna,
just
if you want to do that sometime, you can come by here. I'll help you with it.
Yeah.
It might take you all day, but you'll get it done.
No,
3
we had
days
technical
later.
difficulties with his truck, alright?
We
What
spent
happened with your
3 freaking days on this shit.
Why?
Got every single thing except for the wiring harness thing that you had to have to hook everything up to the radio. Didn't have that.
Actually, we had that.
No, we didn't. It was in my dad's truck.
Oh, yeah, for that radio, yeah.
And
We had to
then,
wait until we go to Leesville.
and then we had to take all the freaking panel and stuff off, put the radio in, go through what that took freaking until about 1 o'clock in the morning. Kept telling Kenan, dude, we'll just working on it in the morning. I almost got it. No, we don't. We still got to put the wires and shit in, and we ain't even got to the wires yet. So we finally get that. We finally do all that shit. We didn't even put the wires in. He just tucked it in under the hood. I went to
We
work
didn't
and
hook it up or nothing that day. And then we
there's just a wire hanging down from the freaking hood. I was
No,
like,
it wasn't hanging out.
Yeah, it was.
We had it tucked in.
whenever I got to work, Josh said, what is that hanging from your truck? I went over there, opened the hood, and it started pulling up. I was like, son of a bitch. So I threw it through the window, and then the next day I went over to Keenan's house. Or that weekend I went back to Keenan's house.
You meet him at the Leesville and got the radio.
No, Wednesday we went to Leesville. We got all that. We got the wires and stuff connected to the amp.
We got the radio itself hooked up and got the power wire ran and everything and taped everything
All I had
up.
to do was connect it to a ground. Couldn't figure out, because we were going to do it to the seat, but it didn't work.
Yeah,
It wasn't
we just had to
working.
hook it to the ground and then hook all the wires to the amp. And then
I
hook
brought
your
it. I brought it over here on a Friday after work, and it was during the summertime, so we still had like a lot of daylight. Did all that about. I get off at 5 o'clock at about 5:30. No, I get off at 5. Didn't make it here till about 5:30. So about 6:30, we still have plenty of daylight. Sitting there, tuned everything, and Seth was over here. Tuned everything, got it running and everything, got it bumping.
And then we got him in Seth's truck, tuned his back, because he got all of his work done on his truck from hitting that deer.
Yeah.
We got all his tuned back up, and then after a few months after that, then I got in your truck again, and we finally figured out how to tune your radio a little bit more to make it sound better.
Yeah, I remember that. And then Keenan tuned it. He was like, "That sounds good." And then I retuned it to the way I like it now. I got no bass in my speakers, like my
I told
door speaker. I don't have
I
bass
told you
in
not
that.
to have bass in your doors.
Whenever you have
Well, I don't
speakers
have
hooked up, you're
that.
not supposed to have any bass in your doors.
I
Did
don't
you get
have
your
that.
speakers hooked up today?
No, my dad was busy today, and plus I got to get a power wire. I'm gonna get that Monday, and we're gonna do it sometime.
I remember you were talking about that yesterday.
Yeah,
I remember you
I'm
talking.
ready to get that back in my car.
Yeah, you said you were going to take the speakers you had in your Jeep.
In the Jeep, yeah. Them 210s.
Son, them things.
Them
They're gonna
Rockford
hit in
Fosgate 10s.
they're gonna hit in that trunk.
That your trunk's gonna blow open.
What do you call it when they're facing each other?
Battle of
what's
the
it
speakers.
called?
I can't remember the name of it now.
I can't even remember the name of it.
Because they're using they're hitting towards each other. So
Where it's hitting toward each other, it's like
didn't it have-
doubling the bass.
Yeah,
Didn't it have like a
basically, yeah.
divider in the middle too?
Mm-mm. They were like
They were just facing each other.
It was a 10 here and a 10 here. They were facing each other, and there was like a piece of wood going around here. That was just to mount them.
Yeah.
And basically, when they hit, you know how the middle comes out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They would come out. They would be about that far from each other, and they would just hitting that close to each other. It just like doubled or tripled the amount of bass that came out of it.
I know yours hit, son.
I love them speakers.
They're 10.
I remember we would build a fire and back up your Jeep to the fire, and then we would just open the back of your Jeep. And
Because your Jeep was like so quiet because you would leave it running. It was so quiet. All you heard was just the speakers. I'd back my car up to a fire, and you just hear my car, and I'm like, alright, I'm gonna kill my car.
Whenever you tried to show off your speakers, it wasn't just like your exhaust and your just car running in general. It was your entire car is so old that the speakers would make the whole car vibrate. All you would hear is throughout the entire car.
I got most of that fixed already. The only thing that is not fixed that rattles really bad is something in the gas tank. I don't know what it is.
How many door handles have you broken since you got that car?
Well, I haven't broke none of the outside door handles. I've fixed all of them. But the inside door handles, I've broke 2 on the driver's side, I think.
And I think I broke one on the passenger.
You broke one on the passenger side, and Dickhead broke the other one on the passenger side. And that was...
Keenan's broke both of my passenger side door handles. Because the first time, I can't remember what we were doing exactly, but we were rushing. I opened my door, and all I hear is, shit! I looked over, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, Keenan. He's looking through the window, he's like, I'm sorry. So I opened the door. The second time we were at the movies, he's like, man.
And then I barely pulled it open. And he went. I had it by halfway, and he went. I was like, this is bullshit.
No, I remember me and you.
And then he just like got off quiet.
We went to a basketball game.
We went to a basketball game in Glenmora. And we were sitting there. He gets in the car and he shuts the door. He's cranking the car. I get in and I close the door. And whenever we get back to the house, I go to open it. And all I hear is ding. And I'm holding the handle. And I just
like, they were so easy. Like, I got in my car one day and I was sitting there. And I just went to open it up just to get out, just normal. I wasn't in a rush, nothing. I grabbed it. I just did like that and I was like, really? Really?
What was
I
it?
just rolled down the window.
What was it made of? Like aluminum or something?
I don't really know.
Because it was so easy to break. Like I
once you
went to go
use
get
them for a
out that
while,
day.
then they get like really brittle for some reason.
to
They mostly broke during the winter time.
I went to go get out of the car that day. I literally I just pulled it up and I just kind of pushed with my elbow to open the door and it went ding. I was just holding it. I looked at you and I went, get in.
I was like, you son of a bitch.
And then you looked at me and you're just like, I've done broke 3. I don't care.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
But, talking about speakers, Brian, in your truck, the power wire coming from your battery, is it coming like over top, or did you break through the firewall?
We went through the firewall. Like his had the perfect place to go through. Like it was a rubber piece, and it had all the other wires going through it.
Mm-hmm.
So I finally got it to where it would go through it, and he's like, I see it. And I was like, grab it, start pulling, son.
I remember in my
and the way my truck is, it's so small. I like my back ain't like only my shoulders on it, and my dick is like up in the air because I'm pulling up with my shoulder, trying to pull this thing.
This would have been the optimal time to have sex with your car, Brian. Your dick was in the air. You were underneath your car.
If I felt a door handle go, my head would have went, the hell? The horn just, talk to me. Talk dirty to me.
Kenan just turned around and Brian's over there fucking his muffler.
You did. You did.
Yeah, you did. I heard that now. Uh-huh.
You gotta leave. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
You sure?
Yeah. Thank you.
Because at first it didn't register, and I was like, wait.
Yeah,
If you would have said anything, these two would have got it.
I know.
Alright.
If I wouldn't have said it, they wouldn't have got it.
Cannon, go outside. Alright.
What's going on?
That's like that time we were talking about breast implants, and I kept saying, I will suck that mother dry. Nobody knows.
We were listening to it later. All we heard was mother.
I caught it in editing.
Yeah, I was laughing
No, hey.
so hard.
The last video when the video cut out, and you and Kenan said it a bunch of times.
Mm-hmm.
You actually said it 3 times.
I did?
Kenan said it twice.
Oh.
You said it 3, Kenan said it twice. I counted in editing.
Yeah, Ken said, I only said it once. No, you didn't. You said it twice. I heard you.
Yeah, you did say it 3 times.
I gotta go back and I gotta rewatch it now. I don't remember saying it 3. All I remember was saying it twice.
You said it 3. I'm telling you. I had to watch the video 7 times, Brian. I edited it.
I know. I could have swore that I only said it twice, though.
Alright. Oh.
Where we sitting in on time, Brian?
I literally just did that. I just asked Brian. That's why he checked his watch.
I didn't even see him.
What was it, 21 or 27?
27.
Alright. Oh, damn. Well, y'all want to start wrapping it up?
Yeah, we can wait till Kenan gets back.
Alright.
Taking a piss. He's always got to take a piss. He's a lightweight. He can't handle his Dr. Pepper, I swear. He's like, man, this Dr. Pepper got to me, son. I remember when I first moved down here. I used to live in Indiana for 5 years because my dad was married to a
Everybody
bitch.
called you son.
We've
Yeah.
already talked about everywhere you live. We talked about where you lived and where John lived.
Yeah, I know. But they didn't know. Like, my dad was married to a bitch. I shit in her closet and blah, blah, blah. That, I'll save that to the next story. I'll save that to the Backwoods 6.
6, yeah.
Stories
Part
at the back.
6.
Yeah. Stories at the in the Backwoods part 6. But
We're gonna have to get a notepad and like put it on the wall right here that like we can write on that says what episode we're on, because I'm gonna start losing track real quick. We'll just put like next week we'll put a big notepad right here with a 6 on it, and every time we forget we can go 6.
we need to get one of those whiteout boards.
Yeah, that'd be even better.
Giant ass marker and write on there.
I don't know about that because I know you would walk up to it and just draw a dick on it every week.
I can't draw dicks. I don't know how to.
What?
I can draw a lovely.
I just walk in. Oh, here I can't draw dicks. Like what? Why?
But yeah, I remember when I first moved.
ass in this room, dude.
I know. I said that in one of the last ones. I said I walked in here and it just like it's a slap to the face. It's just as soon as you walk in here, it's just straight like ass and bad breath.
That's because Ken's upper lip is open.
Damn, throwing some shade.
But whenever I moved here from Indiana, every time somebody talked to me, son, where are you from? Dad? Or I'm not even old enough to be your damn daddy. Then well, still call me son. I'll say whatever I want to, son.
That was my word back in the day.
That was everybody's word back in the day.
You still say that, Kenan.
Right?
Hey, son.
You literally said that as you were saying.
I know.
That was my word back
myself.
in the day, son.
I call myself.
I'm
back, by the way.
I used to say that back in the day,
shit.
son.
No shit, Sherlock.
No
I used
shit,
to say
son.
that.
Oh my God! Stop saying that. Listen here, son.
I want to show the camera the big asshole in your shirt. It's been bothering me this whole time.
Oh shit. I have one right here. I knew about that one. I didn't know about this one.
Brian, there's 2 of them right there.
Where's the second
The
one?
other one is right here. The first one's right here.
Well, I know which shirt I'm making to a muscle shirt again.
Alright then. What time is it? Alright, let's start wrapping up. Anything else y'all want to say before the camera cuts?
Wait, what did I say?
some awesome people.
What did I say? The last episode at the end?
What?
The last episode, you just said our names.
Oh, yeah. This is Jonathan, Seth, Brian, and Keenan.
Woohoo!
And this is JBSK Productions saying we'll see y'all next week.
Later, haters. Haters.
Woohoo!